Hey, everybody, welcome back to Subject to Change, a podcast where we discuss your personal finance questions. And I'm Chris.
I'm Nick, and today we are talking about credit cards and the rewards that come with them. This question comes from a Reddit user, Never Knows Best. And the question is it worth getting a credit card just for the sign-up reward? So what they're looking at here is I'm thinking about applying for an Amazon Prime credit card because it comes with a sign-up bonus of a $150 Amazon gift card. I think
That's
this would be very
enticing.
useful. Yeah, right? Especially when you're in the checkout and they're like, hey, what if we gave you $150 to put towards the purchase, which I think is what they're doing here. They're on Amazon shopping for Christmas presents. It says, after I get the gift card, I don't ever plan on using this credit card and most likely will be canceling it as soon as I can. The card has no annual fee attached to it. Is this worth it? Will I take a hit on my credit score for signing up for it? My credit is currently in the mid 700s, and I would most likely qualify for this credit card. Thank you for any responses and help that you can give. So
This is
that's
one
where
of
we're
those questions. It's like in a vacuum, outside of this void of any of these other things, does this sound like a good idea?
at. Yeah.
Like, yeah, if someone's going to walk up to you on the street and just hand you $150, who doesn't want to? Should I take the $150? Well, I mean, it's hard to tell you not to take the $150.
Right.
But I think here we got to unpack, like, what are all the things that we don't know or that could be going wrong or you're not telling us about or maybe you don't even know about if you run into a situation like this particular one.
Yeah, I think there's like three, in my mind, there's three sections of this. Like you said, there's the vacuum scenario. If just sign up for this thing, here's $150.
Yeah, here's $150.
Hard to say no to that. But I think what's worth noting, number one, first, is there this note that they've left. I don't plan on using this credit card and I'm going to cancel it as soon as possible. So they're planning on signing up, spend the $150, and then cancel the card within a couple days.
Right.
What do you think about that?
Well, I think if your idea is that you want to open up a credit account and you don't want to use it and you just want to cancel it later after someone gives you $150. I mean, from your credit perspective, certainly you're going to get an inquiry on your credit report. So that's going to kind of ding you in terms of your credit. You're going to establish a brand new account. So that's going to ding you in terms of, how recently you've established a new account, what your recent your new issued credit is. So your score is probably going to be lowered because of that. Not only that is, what if a month or 2 or 3 months down the road, you decide that you actually need a credit card for something. You're in a situation where you need a loan, you need something, and you legitimately go and you try to get credit, and they go, you just opened a brand new account. Like, there's risk associated here. Well, like, how many new accounts do you need? And you're like, oh, no, I'm not going to use it, I promise. So there's the risk associated with that. And then what you had said is they plan on not just not use it, but they plan on canceling it later on down the road once they've gotten their reward, which we know when you cancel an account is going to ding your credit. And so I think, this individual needs to look at the risk versus the reward here. Clearly, if someone's giving you $150, you're the kind of the product in this situation, and there could be some ramifications for doing this that ultimately will affect your credit score, but more importantly, might affect things down the road that you don't even know might happen yet, which could cause a risk to you being able to get credit if you needed it down the road.
So that's a lot of potential risk, we'll call it, in exchange for $150. So like just fumbling with your credit anytime you're making inquiries, signing up for new credit, all of that tends to lower or get dings on your credit. Yeah. So that if you do need credit in the future, people are going to look at that and scratch their head, is what you're saying, going like, well, you opened up this account and then you canceled it. Well, what are you doing?
Yeah, because there's like this window, right, where like you can, if I'm shopping around for a mortgage, I can have my credit pulled a couple of times. Or if I'm shopping around for a car, I can have my credit pulled a couple of times in like a 30-day window. But opening and establishing a credit card, most credit card issuers aren't going to let you just open as many as you want. Like I can't open a new credit card every single month just because I want to, because people are giving me 150 bucks. And so you might find yourself in a situation where you need access to credit and you go to get it and they say, well, you just opened a card. We can't, even though you have a great credit score, we can't approve you. Or if we are going to approve you, the interest rate's going to be astronomical because you just took on this debt. Why are you doing that? And your excuse of, well, I just wanted the $150 for free probably isn't going to bode very well in terms of justification for that. So, yeah, I think you need to really question the risk. And then how about those T's and C's? Have you ever seen the T's and C's on a credit card statement? I mean, it's like this long, right? So
I definitely read this. Agree and continue.
yeah.
One of those.
So it's like, okay, well, there's no annual fee, but is there? I don't have to put any money on it, but do you?
Right.
So did you really read and look at all of the individual things that you have to do to get this $150? Because businesses aren't in business to just give away free money. And certainly they've taken some of this in consideration, users like you who are just going to come in and get the $150. And I think there's other.
That's the hook, right? You tell anybody, like you said at the very beginning, you tell anybody, here's $150 for free. It at least gets your attention. You're at least curious what you have to do.
That's right.
To get the money. You'll sit through the presentation. You go to the ski lodge or something, or like listen to our timeshare pitch, and then you get to ski for free. It at least piques your attention to see.
I've never done that, but I've always heard the stories.
I've heard of people.
Yeah, the
you
stories
get a steak
folks.
dinner.
You got to have just nerves of steel not to give in because they're really good sales folks.
Well, they know you're going to sit. They know that everybody is like, I'm not going to buy this. I feel like they're prepped for it. Same with Amazon. They know you're skeptical.
But they're in business because some people do. You may think you're going to cancel it, but now all of a sudden, you've now carry a balance because that $150 was easy. And you know what? Putting, mom needs something now. And it's only $50. I'll just put that on that card.
Yeah.
And so this is a gateway into, making poorer and poorer financial decisions down the road. I think it's important to point out, though, that, there are many different incentives out there in terms of credit cards or offers that you can get. And if you're legitimately looking to add a new credit card for a legitimate reason, like maybe you need one, you have decent credit, that's something that you should have. Credit cards are a great financial tool when used properly, and we've talked about that on the podcast. Then explore the different types of cards that might really be a good fit for your needs. If you spend a lot of money on Amazon and there are some incentives and rewards that go along with Amazon and it makes sense to have that for the long term and there's an incentive, by all means, take advantage of it. But if not, perhaps there's a card out there that's a better fit for you. Perhaps there's a card out there that's going to give the type of rewards and incentives that you're going to use more frequently. Yeah, the one-time bonus is nice, but sometimes there are cards out there that give you a one-time bonus and they give you great rewards on top of that. And so I think it's important to, do some research, check out our site, check out some other sites that are out there, but that will give you some insights into the cards that are out there that might be a good fit for you.
Yeah, I think there's the math involved as well that you touched on. That one-time bonus is cool and nice, and there's 1,000 credit cards out there that have those sign-up bonuses.
Right.
But maybe there's a card out there, if you are actually going to use something like this, that gives you 1% or 2% cash back. So if you start transferring all your purchases, making them on credit, paying it off at the end of the month, the cash back option may total a couple $100 over the course of a year, maybe way more than $150 bonus that you're getting from Amazon one time. So there's tons of options out there that have to fit your profile. I think by and large, though, signing up for a credit card for a bonus only to plan on canceling it, there's probably very few scenarios where that makes sense.
Yeah, if it didn't have any repercussions to it, think about all the people out there with great credit that would just be opening and closing and getting these one-time bonuses, and that almost be like a side hustle you'd be talking about. But the reality is that's not legitimate because there are strings attached, there are repercussions, there are inherent risks that come when you do this that ultimately make it a poor financial decision to do so. And the better financial decision is to find something that's most appropriate for your needs.
So your vote in summation is probably not a good idea to just sign up for a one-time bonus.
If that is the only intention, probably not a good idea. But if you are ready for a card, ready to add some credit, ready to add a new tool to your wallet, then go explore. Do the research. Find the thing that's best for you and your spending habits and needs, and see what kind of bonuses are out there that will fit what it is that you want.
Fit your needs,
Yeah.
for sure.